Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm Pamela Pick.
I'm Bill.
And we are coming live from Palmyra, Missouri.
I'm trying to find it.
I am too.
There we are. We're live. Got the red circle.
Madison says, Jello. Well, Jello to you too.
Hi, Debbie.
Come on in. Say hello. Tell us where you're from. I had to go across to make sure that we were live. I don't know how well you can see this, Bill.
I can see it.
It's right there.
Yeah, I've got it on my count too. So.
Okay. And I see Jean and Franz and Debbie and Madison. So thank you very much for being here. There's Cindy. Hello, Kristen. So we've got a couple of cards tonight. So just to start off, Bill was going to help out this evening, but he had an injury. So he's been doing some construction work around here, and he ended up getting his knuckles all tore up on this one. But then today at work, he ended up jabbing a screwdriver in his index finger. How far did it go in?
It just peeled the skin back.
It just peeled the skin back, just kind of like his knuckles. So he has a theory, right?
I drag my knuckles when I walk.
He told me he drags his knuckles when he walks. So he's been working kind of hard in transportation. This is kind of a busy month, and we got end of year and that type of stuff happening right now. So he has been busy. So let's see. Let me stand up here. Let's see. Am I on the camera?
You are.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to get it just a little bit farther down towards the end, because that's where I stamp at. So if you're watching me, please look away while I adjust the camera a moment. Ooh, how bad is that, or how good is it? Can everyone see?
No, I need to refresh.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that.
No,
So Bill has decided, instead of showing you the bloody mess he's made of his hands tonight, that he was going to help me on this one, and I get
to run the machine back here.
He's going to do the background work. I assure you he is okay. Now, I, on the other hand, am going through hot and cold flashes, so I have my sweater close if I need it. I'm just hitting a hot flash. But let's just start off with a couple of cards that I got. I get cards that aren't handmade, but I just show you guys the handmade cards. So this one I received from... this was Mary Ellen made this. Isn't that just stinking cute? I love it. I think she used a card kit, or did she use the Memories and More? I don't know.
I can't remember.
I didn't get it this year, so I don't know. But it's so stinking cute. So thank you, Mary Ellen. This little thing. Okay, this is from my friend Marcia, and we have...
Beautiful.
Isn't that cute? We have a thing about cats and dogs. Both of us are animal lovers. She has cats. I, of course, have Sophie and Bill.
That's right.
So, isn't this just adorable? I love handmade cards, and I love... Who drags his knuckles, yeah. I love that she used what is this, Delicate Pine? I think it's with the Delicate Pine set, so very pretty. And this one is from our very own France. Look at this was my favorite paper this year, and I absolutely love that she added some more glimmer to that. You just can't have enough of that, can you? Love that embossing folder. I think this was a retired bossing folder, but it's still one of my absolute favorites. Let me know if I'm right on that, France. Plus, she used Secret C. You guys know how much I love Secret C. Okay, so should we do the drawing?
Sure.
This was a last week's set of cards. Isn't this stinking adorable? I love it. Look at this one. So cute, so easy. Both of these were super easy. So we had a few shares. I'm kind of dwindling on the shares, you guys. I really appreciate it when you do share. So we didn't have as many as normal.
I got 2.
And he got 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the first one?
Kathy Loomis.
Kathy Loomis. Okay, Kathy. Thank you so much. I'm recognizing the name, but I'm not sure if I have the address. So, Kathy, if you're watching me now or later on YouTube, will you please send me your address? Just message me here on Facebook at Piccadilly Stampin' so that I can make sure that I have the correct address for you.
And Beverly Folk.
Oh, Beverly. Woohoo, Beverly. So, thank you so much, Beverly. I have your address. Thank you for sharing my video. If you share the video tonight, then your name gets put into a drawing for next week. I need to put these...
Or next time.
Yes. Oh, yes. We normally do it every week, but next week we are not going to be live Wednesday night. That's Christmas Eve. We will be traveling at that time, so I hope you guys understand. I'm sure you'll be busy with your family stuff or last-minute preparedness. So, okay, let's go on. A new catalog is coming out. I think this starts... Does it have a start date? Oh, January 6th. So the new catalog starts January 6th. So if you are my current customers, you should be receiving yours through Stampin' Up! Here probably within any time now. They could start coming any time now. If you are not a customer and you would love to be a customer and have me be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, send me a message. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, I have a link in the description of this video where you can sign up to get a catalog. So you don't want to miss out on this one. I've got some things. In fact, we're going to be doing something new tonight that is not florals from the new catalog. Just thought I'd let you know. So, if you have never been here before, please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube.
That's
By
right.
what, Bill?
Because you could ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Sign up for my free email, which will have this video. It'll have photos, dimensions, all listed right into the video. So, let's get started. Our first card, we were kind of going with unisex cards tonight. They're not masculine or feminine. They're just kind of unisex, but they can be used as a masculine card because we're not doing any ribbon. Right, Bill? We're just doing
ribbon.
So the first one I want to show is a new online exclusive. It's called Friendly Foliage. We're going to be using 4 images off here. We're going to use the sentiment. We're going to do a Get Well. This card that I cut out last time, we're going to be cutting it out a little bit differently. And then 2 of the matching images on the side so that we have some inside decorating. It is a bundled set. There is dies that come with it. So when you purchase it together, you do save 10%. You're not going to find this in a catalog. This is only online. It is an online exclusive. I've paired it with the branching out dies. So these dies are phenomenal. I love them. I love any kind of a layering die, and so we have those. And Bill, I'm going to need you to cut out.
Ooh.
I've also added...
Put me to work.
Yes. The lasting linen.
Finger through it.
Yeah, don't run your finger through it. The lasting linen background stamp, and I love this, and I want to, again, kind of review how to do this. And guess what else, Bill? Guess what color we're using?
Beige!
That's right.
Ah.
I had you in mind because I thought you were going to be helping out tonight, so I did a basic beige. Now we're going to do basic beige with shaded spruce because I was kind of going for a more masculine feel on this card. And so we have a large die and kind of one of the middle medium ones in there of that branching out die set. So Bill, I'm going to have you we're going to start here with the beige base. So you can score this if you want. I just kind of use my fingers and my thumb to get it straight. I set it in the middle. I run my thumbs to the end and out to the sides, and you get such a nice crisp when you don't want to take the time to score, which pretty much is, I'm a lazy stamper. I don't want to take the time to score. So let's start with this, shall we? We're going to start doing some embossing first because I want to give this a little time to dry. So I've got a piece of shaded spruce, and I am going to use a little Versamark. And where's the sentiment? And we're going to do a get well soon. I need to send more get wells when people are not doing well, have surgeries or find out of illness, and I don't know why. So this is perfect for me because I need to do it. So we're going to start like this with the little Versamark ink, and then we're going to take white emboss powder. When I want something to be kind of crisp white, I love our white emboss powder versus using like, oops, I just kind of...
You didn't spill too much.
Too bad, yeah, but I did spill. Instead of using like our white craft ink, I just feel like it gives a better image. Just let me see if I can just take this. Well, it sticks to the mat. Nothing else sticks to it, but the emboss powder does. Okay, and I'm going to need this later, so I'm going to have to just wipe this off. There we go. All right, and let me grab my heat tool. We've got heated up. This is like one of my favorite techniques. If I do it this way, you might get to see the magic happen.
There it goes.
Is it going? I can't even... Yeah. Okay. So we'll let that cool a moment, and we'll go on to the next part. So I love, and I talk about this all the time. I see a lot of demonstrators who don't, ooh, I need to clean this, but who do not use their glass mat. I am a huge, you haven't seen me since I got it, take it off. I love this thing for multiple purposes. And my favorite one, besides blending, is using it for our background stamps because you can just do this. So I'm going to need a piece of, do I have a, can you get me a piece of computer paper over there? Just, yeah, that's not it. That's a, can you reach it? There we go.
Yes, I can.
Normally I use scratch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the basic beige ink. And I'm just, this will hold this tight. You don't have to worry about a block. You don't have, let me show you the block that they make for it. I use this for other things, but when it comes to these background stamps, I love to do them on the mat instead of trying to hold your hand wide like this and have control over the image. So I take the ink to the background stamp. We're just going to stamp this all over. Now this is just a light, and since I'm doing color on color, it's just going to be a light little background. So that's all I'm going to do with that basic beige. Then I'm going to take my cardstock, gently put it on, take a piece of paper, and then I like to just use another block. You can use the block and just kind of make sure that you've got even pressure. Sometimes even this is kind of an easier way to do that because you're spreading out that pressure. Any excess that is going to go onto my fingers is now onto here, which there's not much. And then here's what you end up with. A very light, this is called linen texture. And so that is basic beige on beige.
Ooh.
Now it will dry a little bit lighter. Let me put this back. And then let me grab my lovely assistant over here, cleaned off my, so you can just clean it right off. It holds it so perfect. I'm not trying to do this, and then it's ready to be used again. So, who uses their glass mat? Those who have it. And those who don't, I highly recommend it. And I do say they are for sale on my website if you want one. It's worth it. It comes with a chamois, and it also comes with this tray that I'm constantly using. Wonderful. So that's called Lasting Linen, to get that very light textured. Did that show up on camera?
Very lightly.
Yeah, it is very... I'll stand up. Let me see if I can get it to... If it comes in. Can you guys see it? It is just a light texture there. So...
Marcia says she uses hers.
That's because Marcia's a smart woman. Thank you for the kitty card. Okay, I am going to use this new punch to punch out this Get Well Soon. I love this punch. So let's do this next. There we go. And I'll just put that in.
Went flying.
Yep, it did. So we'll hold that off to the side. Now, let's bring this piece in, and I'm going to bring in the Stampin' Pierce mat so that I get a nice crisp texture. And we're going to bring in the Shaded Spruce ink. And I'm going to start with this longer image, and I'm going to stamp on and off. So I do that. Don't worry if you go on to this, because guess what?
It cleans up.
It cleans up. See?
How handy is that?
Or if you wanted to, you could do it on the glass mat, which cleans up even easier, and then you're not left with any little marks. It is handy. I love it. And then I'm going to do this, and probably right down here. So I want to talk about my friend France, and France is on here. And she did something that I don't know why I didn't think of it, but I loved it. She started using her die cuts for her inserts. How stinking cute. And she started sending me these cards. This is why, I mean, I come on every week and I love to teach you guys things. I love to share ideas. That's what it's all about. We teach each other.
That's right. Share the information.
Exactly. CASE, C-A-S-E, copy and share everything. Don't get that mixed up when I say I have a CAS card, which is clean and simple. But let me move this around. Now this is going to be the inside of the card. And I think this is a fantabulous idea. And talk about maximizing the look. I mean, that's fabulous compared to just a regular rectangle or square in the card. Okay, now, the next piece I'm going to have you cut. So, we're going to stamp out on here. Now, since this is a larger stamp, I am going to take the ink to the stamp. I find I have more control over how that's spreading on this. Otherwise, I tend to mash into my ink pad too much. We all know about me mashing or Bill mashing into the ink pad, so we call it hulking. So don't rock, just give it even pressure. There we go. And that is the end of that. Oh, did I leave that down far enough? Yeah, this is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and center this. Now, this does come with dies that cut it out, but I want the outside and the inside of my card to match. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And Bill, will you, with your little injured paw, will you? Okay. Okay. And while he's doing that, we're going to go on to the next part. So I'm going to bring that silicone mat that keeps everything from sticking on it. And I've just got a few pieces. These are cut because I didn't have any scraps. So these are cut at a 1/2 inch by 5.5. But if I would have had scraps, I'd have used up my scraps first. I have 3 pieces here. And since we know about where where we're going to lay these, because I'm holding it on top, but this helps me kind of figure out how far not to go. But if I do go over for gluing these down, is that making any sense? Then my silicone mat will pick that up, and that's an easy cleanup. But I can kind of see here, if this is the angle I want, and I want to go to the edge. So I think that is close to the angle that I want. Yeah. So I've got...
That's that spruce?
This is the shaded spruce, yes.
Okay.
So you got that cut out for me? Thank you. You think you'll be able to go into work?
Yeah. I typed today with her.
Oh, I don't know how you did that.
Well,
I mean,
at 6 o'clock this morning.
Stabbing a screwdriver through your finger does not sound fun, Bill. Okay, so I've got this on here
It came
again.
with choice words.
Did it? Well, this is a family show, so you're not allowed to say the choice words.
Choice words.
Because we don't know who will tune in, and we want to be safe for the kiddos. I do have some...
Let's put it this way. There's a bunch of exclamation marks and different special characters.
Not you. So the funny thing of it is Debbie, who I saw come on tonight, I was telling her that Bill doesn't really swear. He doesn't swear a whole lot. Guess there was a few words today. I bet that was painful, though. I'm sorry about that.
It was just...
So sometimes I'm not using any DSP on this card. I'm just using a background stamp. This is kind of stamped ink and paper. So I'm just trying to get these glued I'm just eyeballing it, about the same width apart. And then you see I did go over a little bit, and that protected so that it wouldn't dry on there. Now, I think what I am going to do is I'm going to use my finger here, just so that my snips don't have to have wet. Well, they're going to have a little bit, but I'll show you how to clean them. Okay. Right here. So this gives a little bit of that, like I said, masculine feel. Now this can be unisex because this card could be made in a multitude of colors. You don't have to stick to Bill's beige and that kind of masculine green. Now when you do get glue and adhesive stuff, you can use an alcohol prep pad that cleans it off of your snips. Or the other thing that I do is when it dries is you can use one of these little erasers, and it works so good. It's an adhesive eraser. And the cheapest place I found to get them, quite honestly, is at the Dollar Tree. They're like $1.50 or something. Okay, so we have this on here. And now I want to take this piece, and we're just going to simply put that right center, right? So we've got, it's pretty easy card. I'm hoping you guys are going to be interested in doing these. Don't overthink on a masculine card. Seriously, this is super simple. It stamps ink and paper so far, so it's what we call a SIP card. I am going to add some embellishments, but... So stamps, ink, and paper. Then we're going to take that sentiment that we have here, this Get Well, and I am going to add, do I have some mini glue dots here? Yeah, I do, up here. I'll just add like 2 or 3. Well, it's going to have to be 3.
They like the color combo.
Yeah, it's It works really good. I know people struggle with beige, but since my husband seems to like it, I've had to really learn how to use beige. Green.
But it's so nice. It's neutral.
I know, but it does. The ink kind of has a little bit of a green tint to it. And so I know it dries and it's not as green as it is when it's first wet. So I think what I'm going to do is put this here. How stinking easy. Now, currently we have these pressed flower motifs. And you would think, why is she using flowers on a man's card or a masculine card? Where's my thing? Ew, I was using this. I guess that doesn't matter. This is my take your pick tool, and I had a detailed die that I was using recently. So I'm going to go ahead and just add these. This has kind of a masculine feel. You can't really tell that that's a flower. I'm just going to add these right here on top, just to kind of give this card its finished look. It's got the matching inside. So the inside and the outside match. That's kind of a theme of what I'm teaching this week because I love it. I love it. So what do you guys think of this card? Can you see this in other colors? You can do bright colors if a person has that kind of a personality that they like the bright colors. It's so stinking easy. A background stamp. I guess the only thing that keeps it from being a SIP card is that I did put embellishments on it, but I can't. If I'm going to go ribbonless, I can't go embellishmentless. So what are they thinking?
They love it.
Do they?
Love the combo.
Yeah.
Some of them have the set, and they were going to use it.
Yeah. Use it for masculine cards, too. Now, I would say this is unisex. I would think it's just greenery, foliage. You can't really go wrong with that, really. I don't think.
Angie.
So, okay, that's the first card. Bill, do you have a joke in between the first and the second while I set up the next one? Yeah. Okay.
What do you call Santa when he falls into the fireplace?
Roasted. I don't know. I don't know. What is he?
Crisp Kringle.
Oh, crisp Kringle. That's cute. Okay, I got that. Where's the other thing here? You got another one?
I do.
Okay.
Why did Santa's helper feel sad?
Why did Santa's helper feel sad? How can you be sad around Santa? I don't know. Why did Santa's helper feel sad?
Because he had low elf esteem.
Oh, that's cute too. Low elf esteem. Got it. So, here we go for our next card. So let me show you the stamp set. I just got the card base set up. So this is new. This is in the new catalog. It's called Unbridled Beauty. And it's a horse set. Now, we've had a horse set before, but we haven't had this horse set, and I fell in love immediately. There's no dies with it. It's just a stamp set. There's a couple things that I want to do with this card, but since we are not going to be here next week because of Christmas Eve, I wanted to go ahead, and I like to kind of tease a couple weeks ahead of time before they release the new catalog, so I wanted to show you this set. I am pairing it with another, hold on, new thing, which is the Beautifully Celebrated Dies. Now, this does have a stamp set that goes with it. I'm not using it. It's another set of layered dies. So the first thing that I want to talk about is I'm going to do the inside of the card, just like the other one, with this new die. I think that this is such a fun thing way to use your dies, and so I wanted to share it because now that France has got me seeing it, I can't unsee it. So now I think, ooh, I like this. Ooh, was I pressing just a little hard or what?
Wow.
I didn't think I was, but
small stamp, small pressure.
That's right. So I'm going to ink this full ink, and let's see, I'll do there, and then I'm going to go half ink there.
So full and half.
Yeah, actually I'm going to need that. So now I have to think about this because I was going to have you help me on this card too. I had steps set up where he was going to do things and then I was going to do things. Now this is really simple card. I am going to be using some DSP that is currently available now, although the stamp set and the dies are not available until January 6th. So again, I feel like this card could be either male or feminine. So let's find the paper I want to use. I want to use this piece because I love that with the early espresso. This is the Country Woods. It's been out for a while, but it is still available. And I thought, I want to make sure that I get this. So I'm going to cut this down to, let's see, this is really easy. I'm going to go 5.5. Because I plan on making lots of these cards. And then, because I love, I don't know about other little girls, but when I was a little girl, I wanted a horse. I just couldn't believe that I didn't have a pony underneath my Christmas tree. I think they're neat animals. So I cut this at 5.5. So I'm just going to have a little bit of the, instead of having it just be completely around on each side of the DSP. And I love that. Pepper, what's she doing over there?
Sitting here. Every time I stop petting her, grabbing my hand.
Yeah, she is a needy little dog. I think we've kind of figured out why she is this way. I think she was left for hours by herself, and I think she wants to make sure we're not going to leave her. Okay, so I'm just going to set this down. This is it for the DSP. This card is so easy. Okay, so now our base is all set up with the inside. So I have another piece of white, and let me find the stamp set, and I'm just using early espresso. We'll ink this up. Isn't this just the cutest set? I love it. And I'm going to do this a little higher at the top, and I'm going to kind of turn his neck. Who likes these layering dies? I love them. Okay, isn't that cute? It's got his little hiney there, but it's just a cute little set. I've just done it a little bit higher, so I have some room here. And while I've got the ink out, I have chose, where did the stamp set go? I have chose Sweet Memories for the sentiment. And I like how this has got a little bit of kind of a Western theme to it, the way they did the font. And this is a piece of pecan pie.
Pecan.
Mm-hmm.
Pecan.
Or pecan, however you say it. So I'm going to just use my punch. I still use this thing. This is the tailored tag punch. We do not sell it anymore, so anyone watching who wants it, it is not available in my online shop. It is probably considered a faux pas that I even use it, since you guys can't get it, but I love it. So I use it, and it's great for my arthritic hands. So I've just made a flag out of this with that Sweet Memories. I'm going to take this, and I had another one. I cut out a piece in early espresso, and I'm just going to layer these together. Out of the Stampin' demonstrators that I know are in here, how many got this set? Because we can pre-order. A few?
This likes the layering dies.
Oh, I love layering dies. I think every single thing should have a layer to it. That's just me. But, okay, so this just fits absolutely perfectly in the center of this. And it looks great against that kind of, is this like Coastal Cabana or pool party background? I think it's a pool party, actually. Now, I like to do my things flat and just pop a sentiment. I feel like it goes through the mail much smoother. So I'm going to pop it flat down on here with some of my green glue. And I am going to go just...
Gotta love the green glue, be able to move stuff.
Yep. I'm going to go just a center north on here.
We really do appreciate all the sales we get.
Yes, we do. December is kind of a month, isn't it?
Oh, guess what?
What?
You have a paper share coming.
I do have a paper share. I'll talk about it.
Okay.
It's coming up. So I'm going to use the dimensionals on the sentiment. And I over-dimensionalize, so you don't have to have 3. I just am always scared it's going to go through the mail and sag in the middle. So I always do that. And before I do this, since I went ahead and took the backing off, I'm going to stick that right down onto that mat because it doesn't stick, that silicone mat. I'm going to do a little bit of linen thread. So that's all I got is a little bit. So that's all I'm doing. Okay, we're going to start this.
Looks like you may have to order some of that.
I'm going to do about 3 fingers worth. Look I got glue and gunk all over it. Okay, 4, 5. Let's do about 6 times. That should do pretty good. And I'm going to make like a lasso, like a rope. It's not really a lasso. Oh, look that's all I had on there. I should have just gone for it. Oh, well. And my biggest thing is to attach this stuff. So I know I'm going to have this here, and I wanted this to kind of hang off. So I'm just going to do a little bit of seal. Whoops. Don't push too hard on seal because then it just kind of
sticks.
Well, it doesn't roll. You got to be careful on that. Okay. And I got these kind of rolling up. And then now we can come right on top of that. Now, wouldn't this be cute? Because it says sweet memories. Now, you think about what you would send a card that would say sweet memories, but I think about this. Wouldn't this be cute? Especially if you have someone who rides horses, works on a farm, and you had a picture of them that you could put with this, like for a birthday present or something. I think it's just cute. So I guess I need to get a new linen thread, but that was linen thread. And then for embellishments, I decided to go with our Druzy adhesive backed embellishments. These are a little bit bigger, but I love this kind of, it's almost like a champagne color. It's not gold. And I felt like this needed a little sparkle, right? So...
Well, of course, everything needs a little sparkle.
Everything. So I'm going to use one of these big ones. And I think I'll just put that there. And I'm going to put one here. And I'll do a smaller one there. Just for a little bit of sparkle. And again, it's got that matching die on the inside, so the outsides and the insides match up. These are such easy cards. This is great for someone who's just starting their stamping collection, because I guess there's the die cuts. That would be probably the hardest part, but simple, very easy cards, attainable. I love them myself. Again, this Unbridled Beauty is not available until January 6th. Neither are these beautifully celebrated dies. Now, I do tell you guys that dies come in a pack with the stamp set, but you don't have to buy them that way. I didn't buy the stamp set that goes with this. I just bought this. I wanted the dies. And actually, I have something that I'm coming up, a demonstration, that there's another die that's not in here. It's with another stamp pack that I'm doing that goes with the set, the stamp set, but I'm using it in another way. And so you can use, I mean, who can't use greenery? You can use greenery anyway, right? So
That's right.
I just bought the dies. You don't have to buy the whole set. And I wanted this because I wanted it for, to to do layering, and I love that this gives me now kind of an oval. I've been begging for ovals from them for some time, layering ovals, and so this kind of gives me a fancy layered oval. So who's gonna make cards like this? So simple, a little DSP, no DSP, just a little background stamping. And who has that one? I'm kind of curious on that. Now, Bill was talking about stuff. I do appreciate you comment, liking, and sharing. If you share, you get into the drawing next week for these 2 cards that we made here on live. Sign up for that email, because then you know when Piccadilly Stampin' is having a promotion, Stampin' Up is having a promotion, plus you get the dimensions for everything. These were pretty...
Get that recipe.
Yeah, and get the recipe for the card. That'll be emailed to you. You don't have to go look at my Instagram, my blog. In fact, I quit doing a blog and Instagram. So just because I'm just doing my live demonstrations and emails at the moment. So sign up for that. To find that link, you're going to find it on YouTube. There will be a link to sign up for my free email on YouTube in the description box of this video. And to find it now here on Facebook, I will post it tomorrow, a link to that. But the biggest excitement is that we have a paper share coming up. And Bill loves paper shares for 2 reasons, just like stamp packs. He likes to help me build it. He is very active in the business now, especially since he signed on as a supporting demonstrator. So a paper share is a quarter pack of DSP, whether it comes in 6x6 or 12x12. You'll get the 12x12 cut down to 12x6, and you get a quarter pack. So that means you're going to have a quarter cost of paper, which means you're going to have more creative options because you're going to have a bunch of different papers. And there's some really good papers this time. It's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to this next 6-month catalog. I think it's going to be fun. But it also means that there's less space to be taking up in your crafting area. So you definitely want to sign up for that. I will link a description. I will add a link to the description in the video if you're watching this on YouTube, and I will advertise these tomorrow. So I'll advertise both of these tomorrow so that a link will come up on my Facebook wall. Now, a reminder, we're not going to be back next week, so these will be on hold until it'll be New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is when we'll be back. So we're not going to go anywhere and go out. We're duds when it comes to that for New Year's Eve. So we will be back 2 weeks from tonight, 7 p.m. Central, and we hope that you will join us. So any questions or anything?
Have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's right. Have a wonderful Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. And we will see you right before the new year.
That's right.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.